what wonder awaits you.
I sense an eerie presence here.
Yes, like creepy crawlies down the spine. Demons.
Here, here. You do not disappoint. I knew you'd come this way. Room by room you encroach upon this territory, willfully torn from time. No, you do not disappoint. Something much more harmful still. You excruciate beyond all thinkable bearing. You have our thankfulness, our eternal gratitude, the acknowledgement of the void. So why do you fight us? Why do you stand against the promise of oblivion? Relent, Guardians, relent. You did your duty long, long ago. Do not undo what had to be done.
I did my duty. I wonder what he meant by that.
And I wonder why we had the thanks of those that long for the end of time.
Into the fray once more. I needed that.
I didn't expect to find the likes of you here. Fallen stars, forgotten angels from on high. How long has it been? An age? An eon? But you've changed quite considerably, I see. Yes, the divine is but a glimmer in the farthest reaches of your gaze. Well, perhaps I can help you. One of your kind ought to be a bit stronger of arm. A bit quicker of wit, after all. And we are all counting on you, sir. My autobiography will hardly serve you. What's far more relevant is what I see in you. Quite crucial, your survival, isn't it? And you do seem such a reasonable sort to boot. There's very little pleasure greater than dealing with a reasonable sort, I find. Yourself redone, of course. Your very parts and pieces reorganized into something simply better. I'd quite like to help you, my friend. But unless you've a mark of ability to spare, no deal can be struck. Butcher giving you dirty looks. Beggars spitting at your feet. I can certainly help you with that. But you'll have to offer me something in return. Everything has its price, after all. I'd quite like to help you, my friend. But unless you've got a mark of talent to spare, no deal can be struck.
Now behave yourselves, you lot. This is a nice sort of place.
You! What radiance burns from your being? Enough to scorch even the likes of me, I find. And that is no small feat. Most impressive, yes, most impressive indeed. Take care, my friend. You've returned, my brilliant friend. What is it that you wish to know? Take care, my friend.
Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
I wonder, do you know more about the Void? What it is? What lies at the heart of it?
What lies at its heart? Why, nothing, of course. The great absence of all that even the gods cannot comprehend. It eludes us, like infinity, or the finality of tick-tocking time.
Drafty in here, isn't it? Are we near a vent?
Why, I see Master Zigzags has upgraded from his shabby little hut at the edge of the hour, from the fairy dimension to the, space-time weaver hunter imp one. What do you call this place again? Ha! Is that so? It seems I have my share to learn about the magical world yet. The end of time. Well, suddenly your association with Master Zigzags makes sense. Well, I must say, it's no small relief to find myself in a safe haven among such allies. We've a single order of business first and foremost. Leandra is gathering an army, and I fear we'll have to get through it if we wish to find her. But first, we must learn more about Leandra's plans. How many of these so-called Immaculates does she have in her palm, and to what end is she directing them? Your journey must begin in the Lacula mines, where she has been accumulating materials and manpower for a purpose as yet unknown. The way will be dangerous. Her allies are growing more powerful and numerous by the minute, but we must discover exactly what Leandra is planning and why. A soul forge comes with its own benefits, Source Hunter. Though our connection has weakened, I still see the occasional vision of Leandra's doings, the pangs of her deepest felt emotions, and flashes of her triumphs. One vision. I had thought it was only a nightmare, but now I see it was something much worse. Leandra is collecting materials, precisely what, I cannot say, and is hard at work shaping them into something sinister. Her frustrations are rivaled only by her mirth. I can see she's growing closer and closer to achieving something dire. You must make your way deep into the mines to see exactly what she's planning. I believe the answer to that begins centuries ago, when your order was still cutting down so-called dark magicians by the dozens. Ours was a family of born sorcerers, you see. It was in our blood to interact with Source, but our parents were determined to curb the power within us. Still, their meekness wouldn't save them from the Source Hunters.
Shay, have you seen
It came a quiet morning. My mother was wild with fright and commanded me to hide myself and Leandra outside, among the trees. Even at that young age, we knew not to question her. We climbed high into the branches of a nearby tree, and before we could look away, our parents were cut down without ceremony before our door. The Source Hunters sauntered away, wiping their blades with pride. 2 more sorcerers dead, a job well done. From that moment on, everything was different. As we trembled in that tree, our fear and our desperation were so potent that the magic within us began to weave together. Our souls became forged together, our bond unbreakable. We would survive, thrive even, within those woods, never speaking to outsiders. Our soul forge meant that if one of us were to die, the other would instantly perish too. We kept one another close. Leandra's capacity was enormous. Source didn't frighten her, and she delved into that dark well with terrible regularity. I did my best to guide her, but she fast outgrew my admonitions. My sister and I were mired in a solitary existence, witches among the trees when Xandalore came. Leandra especially couldn't leave him be. He was a feast of information, and she wouldn't rest until she'd absorbed every bit of knowledge he offered. Their days were spent on charms, hexes, and the like. At night, Leandra would wander off to practice what she'd learned, and Zandalor and I would settle into our quiet tasks, side by side. We were a content trio, the three of us, but base impulse would undo us. As you know, Leandra and I were soul-forged. This offered us a window into one another's souls. I knew Leandra had developed feelings for Zandalor, and she knew I had too. But it was me to whom he confessed his love. Those quiet evenings together had captured his heart, as they had mine. Her heart broke the moment we announced our new attachment, and I felt the pain of it as sharply as a knife. She fled, without a word, and I didn't see her for 2 terrible years. My connection to her, our soul forge, grew weaker. It was as though some third entity, a parasite, were atop our souls, sucking the strength from it day by day. I am, but there is more to our kind than they teach at your academy. Source isn't only blood and madness. It's like lightning, an exquisite current of great power.
You know what are great? Jokes. Oh, I could tell a joke or two.
We sorcerers are like metal steeples. Source is drawn to us, and it flows through us. But what so many fail to understand is that Source can be controlled. The power-drunk through history have abused it, and all the world's sorcerers have borne terrible consequences. Tell me, Source Hunter, in all your hours studying the arcane arts, did your great masters ever suggest that perhaps not all sorcerers were evil? Did you ever hear, even once, that some of us were weak and gentle, that we could be simple forest folk healing the sick and frozen each winter?
I'm the empathy.
No. I doubt also that they'd mention that one day this hunt of yours would birth a broken soul powerful enough to inch all of Rivellon toward oblivion.
What it takes to zap a human to vapor.
No. No, that would be going too far, and eschewing my own responsibility. I believe Leandra's long fall down did begin at the hands of some of your own order, but it was I who sparked all of this.
Think I could fly straight to the void?
I believe that our soul forge has been damaged. By what? I can only guess. The fraying of the bond between us has left Leandra adrift in a well of sorrow she truly believes will never end.
Know what are great? Jokes. Oh, I could tell a joke or two. Free on a good day.
What she needs is a hand. My hand, out of this abyss. If our soul forge is repaired, I am certain she'll cease blazing this path of destruction. I cannot condone the terrible things she's done, but I can seek to understand them. With our soul forge in such tatters, I believe Leandra is adrift in the not at all inconsiderable sorrows of our lives. What's more, I sense a terrible force bearing down upon the bond between us. It is hungry, and it consumes ever more of Leandra's mind and soul. I cannot say exactly what this force might be, but I'm certain it's both driving me out and driving Leandra on. If I could only repair the forge, I'm certain she'd put a stop to this madness. The way may be treacherous, but you must get inside. I fear my sister is doing something dreadful so far from the light of day.
Tell me, my friend, have you heard any recent prophecies regarding the...
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome.
aye, Captain.
A bit drafty in here, isn't it? Are we near a vent? I wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a human to vapor.
You know what are great? Jokes. Oh, I can tell a joke or two. Free on a good day.
Think I could fly straight to the void? I think I could fly straight to the void. All the way up!
Doom! Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? A bit drafty in here, isn't it? Are we near a vent?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Tell me, O Weaver, if you know all that is past and present, does that mean you know the future as well?
Alas, no. I can predict with a degree of
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter.
Have you seen my magic box? It's got all kinds of wonders stashed inside.
Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Every year, I said.
So this tapestry represents all of time. One wouldn't think time itself would include so many threads dangling temptingly where any claw could reach it.
Look alive, Madam Weaver.
A bit
Our
drafty
friend
in
Arthur
here, isn't
is
it?
no better
Are
than the
we near
void
a
when his
vent?
instincts overcome him. Clawing at time and void. He wouldn't, would he?
I wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a human to vapor.
Still, one can't help but wonder where the gods have run off to in all this. The void won't spare them, you know. There's no hiding from the great nothing.
Their where and why is of no import. This moment is all there is. The crux is what we do with it.
Think I could fly straight to the void? I think I could fly straight to the void. All the way up!
You know what are great? Jokes. Oh, I can tell a joke or two. Free on a good day.
Mine is but
here,
the
isn't
pen.
it? Are we near
Theirs is the sword. And this is a time for swords.
But if they succeed, the time of the pen will return. Forever.
So it shall. So it shall.
Say,
I wonder
have you
how much
seen
of
my
a
magic
spark
box?
it
It's
takes
got
to
all
zap a
kinds of
human to
wonders stashed
vapor.
inside.
Our heroes have chosen 5 vessels for their return. Mere humans, I'd have said but a little while ago, and yet they managed to bring us together across space and time.
Space, time, and a frigid prison wasteland.
Now that you mention it, what did you do to Leandra to earn her icy ire, Ikara?
Leandra and I have had our differences. but she herself would never have sent me to that frozen hell. Something or someone has taken hold of her. I'm sure of it.
Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
How did you find High-Behind this time of year, dear Kara?
Cold, Master Imp. Very, very cold.
May the goddess guide you through the forest and keep you safe. I hope you haven't come for work in the mines. Overrun by goblins they are. But why toil in the dark when you can bask in the light of the one way?
Wit rid our mean and mangled bodies of the rot that plagued it. Miracles we deem them no longer, no. Infinitely greater we now know them to be. They are the blessings of the goddess wrought in action.
Immaculate I want to be. The blood of the lost will flow.
Diligently will I read the words of the goddess.
Bow
Blessed be the
before the
goddess,
goddess,
and blessed
and
be the
bow
conduit.
before
For thee,
her
O
mouth
Holy
on
One!
this earth, the conduit. Hold high the knife, and let it plunge into the lost, so that by their blood we may redeem this downtrodden realm. Immaculate it was.
Immaculate I want to
Immaculate
be.
it may
The
be
blood
again.
of the lost will flow.
Blessed be the goddess, and blessed be the conduit.
Give me the strength, O goddess, to become enlightened!
Blessed be the goddess, and blessed be the conduit.
And behold, said the goddess, the blood is the life. Free art thou to kill this lesser, for its soul is lost
Diligently
and impure.
will I read the words of
With
the
its
goddess.
blood, better
Give
thyself,
me the
and in
strength,
time
O
thou
goddess,
too wilt
to become
an
enlightened.
immaculate. Remember, O brothers and sisters,
Blessed
O
be the
seeking
goddess, and blessed be
souls,
the
the
conduit.
miracles with which the blessed conduit rid our mean and mangled bodies of the rot that plagued it. Miracles we deem them no longer, no. Infinitely greater we now know them to be.
Blessed
They are the
be
blessings
the goddess,
of the goddess
and
wrought
blessed
in
be
action.
the conduit!
Give me the strength, O goddess, to become enlightened.
Psst! Over here, Hunter. It's me, Ahu.
Give me the strength, O goddess, to become
Bow
enlightened.
before the goddess, and bow before her mouth on this earth, the conduit. Hold high the knife,
Let
and
me
let it
spill
plunge
blood
into
for
the
thee,
lost,
O Holy
so that
One.
by their blood we may redeem this downtrodden realm. Immaculate it was, immaculate it may be again. What do you think you're doing? Bow before the goddess, and bow before her mouth on this earth, the conduit. Hold high the knife, and let it plunge into the lost, so that by their blood we may redeem this downtrodden realm.
Blessed be the
Immaculate
goddess,
it was,
and blessed be
immaculate
the conduit.
It may be again. The goddess is the word. Through the conduit she speaks, and through me her wisdom is repeated. How may I enlighten you?
Blessed be the conduit.
Give me the strength, O goddess, to become enlightened!
I am Loic, enlightened one among immaculates, spokesman for the holy conduit, as she is spokesman for the goddess herself. Hers is the blood. Then it shall be my pleasure to answer them.
conduit.
We are the chosen ones of the goddess. The benedictions of the blood render our bodies and spirits unblemished, for such is her mercy, that we may all become part of the sacred soul. And you too, Seeker, could become one such part.
Strength, O goddess, to
The
become
conduit, yes. She, the most exalted of all, second only to the goddess. It was she who brought us first her divine words, then her divine will, a will made real in blood. Truly, though, she is quite beyond your concern, O wandering soul. She stands so very high above your humble station. You find yourself in the goddess's temple, therefore it follows she wants you to take the true path. So here, have this hallowed tome, read it, absorb the wisdom within, then find the second part and do with it the same. If an immaculate you want to be, a test of knowledge shall be your first step towards enlightenment.
Diligently will I read the words of
And
the
behold,
goddess.
said the goddess, the blood is the life.
Immaculate I want to be.
Free art
The
thou
blood
to
of the
kill
lost
this
will flow.
lesser, for its soul is lost
Immaculate
and
I
impure.
want to be.
Diligently
With its
will I
blood
read the
better
words
than
of the
silver.
goddess.
And in time thou too wilt become an immaculate.
Let me spill blood for thee, O Holy One.
Diligently will I read the words
Let
of the
me
goddess.
spill blood for thee, O Holy One!
Remember, O brothers
Let
and
me
sisters,
spill
O
blood for thee,
seeking
O
souls,
Holy One.
the miracles with which the blessed conduit rid our mean and mangled bodies of the rot that plagued it. Miracles we deem them no longer, no. Infinitely
Let me
greater we
spill
now
blood for
know
thee,
them
O
to
Holy
be.
One.
They are the blessings of the goddess wrought in action.
Give me the strength, O goddess, to become enlightened!
Let me spill blood for thee, O Holy One.
The goddess is the word. Through the then it shall be my pleasure to answer them. Do you hold it to be true, O seeker, that you are ready to be tested? A most sacred trio of queries shall I put before thee, but even if thou falterest but a single time, unworthy will thou be deemed of the goddess's love. Blessed be your willing spirit. We commence. Premise the first. In honor of the goddess, that which was stellar must become sanguine. Correct?
Give me the strength, O goddess, to become enlightened.
Correct.
Agreed. That is correct.
Premise the second. The blood of the greater should be used in service of the lesser, so that balance may be achieved. Correct?
Correct.
Agreed.
Premise the third. Only those who have partaken in the spilling of blood and thereby created the stone that lives, the stone soaked with blood, may be called an immaculate.
Correct.
Agreed. That
Your knowledge has been weighed and you have been found wanting. Begone, aspirant, and do not return until true wisdom has dawned. Do you hold it to be true? Blessed be your willing. Premise the first. In honor of the goddess, that which was stellar must become sanguine.
Incorrect.
of the
Yes,
lost
that is
will-
incorrect.
Premise the second. The blood of the greater should be used in service of the lesser so that balance may be achieved. Correct?
Correct.
Agreed.
Premise the third. Only those who have
Correct.
Agreed.
Your knowledge has been weighed, and you have been found wanting. Begone, aspirant, and do not return until true wisdom has dawned upon the dark provinces of thy heart.
Out of the lost will flow.
The goddess is the word. Then it shall be my pleasure to answer them.
Blessed be
Words
the
of the
conduit!
Do
goddess.
you hold it? You're unprepared. Do you hold it to? Blessed be your premise the first.
Correct.
Agreed.
Premise the second.
Incorrect.
Yes, that is
Premise the third. Only though
Correct.
agreed.
most gratifying. Oh, yes, most exemplary indeed. You have understood the words of the goddess, and I deem you worthy of her true test, of the true trial that shall make you an immaculate.
To become enlightened.
The goddess is the light and life, the few, the proud, the enlightened. Theirs will be her kingdom. When red has run until no red is left, to become an immaculate, you must experience both the goddess's bane and her boon. Leave Silver Glen and take the western path. Follow it to where the winds howl and a great skull looms within the rocks. There you will find it, the hollow and the true trial within. Immaculate guards bar the way, but tell them you have my blessing and they shall let you pass. But take utmost care. The road is beset with horrors, and your mettle will be truly tested before you've even set foot within the goddess's trial. You've got the look of one tested and ready for such a challenge. I bid thee good luck. I shall await you in the Chamber of Blood.
Psst. Over here, Hunter. It's me, Ahu.
Was so good of you to drop by, my liege. As always, be welcome. Was so good of you to drop by, my liege. As always, be welcome.
cutie pie. Wanna have a good time?
Do you believe in the gods, baby? 'Cause you're the answer to all my prayers.
Goddess greetings, friend. Her greatness gave us fire, her greatness gave us earth, and my savvy brings you spells at the best rate in town. Come, give me your best offer.
Tell me, sweetie, do you have someone, or are you always this fun? Do you believe in the gods, baby? 'Cause you're the answer to all my prayers.
Hi there, cutie pie. Wanna have a good time?
Come hither, sweetheart, or if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have a galaxy in my face. This is most excellent news. Welcome to the Immaculate Fold. I can feel that love. Tell me,
Hi there,
you
cutie
have
pie.
someone,
Wanna have a
or
good
you
time?
always this fun? Do you believe in the gods, baby? 'Cause you're the answer to all my prayers.
Over here, sweet cheeks. Oh, I'm aching.
Do you believe in the gods, baby? 'Cause you're the answer to all my prayers. Do you believe in the gods, baby? 'Cause you're the answer to all my prayers.
Where the wind blows, the goddess breathes. Where the rivers run, the goddess weeps. How can I connect you to our eternal goddess, my friend?
Are you always this one? Tell me, sweetie, do you have someone, or are you always this one?
Why don't you stay a while, darling? I just know I could take you on a wild ride if you let me.
Tell me, sweetie, do you have someone, or are you always this one?
Hi there, cutie pie. Wanna have a good time?
Tell me, sweetie, do you have someone, or are you always this one? Do you believe in the gods, baby? 'Cause you're the answer to all my prayers.
Over here, sweet cheeks. Oh, I'm aching to share a moment together.
Come hither, sweetheart, or if I had a star for every time you brighten my day.
At least they don't have that distinct underside of a bridge robber. Better that than reeking of fresh blood.
You believe in the gods, baby, 'cause you're the answer to all my prayers.
Darling, I just know I could take you on a wild ride if you let me.
Come hither, sweetheart, or if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have a galaxy in my hand. have someone, or you always this one?
Hi there, cutie pie. Want to have a good time?
You believe in the gods, baby, because you're the answer to all my prayers.
Over here, sweetie. Oh, I'm aching for a moment to be.
Tell me, sweetie, do you have someone, or are you always this one? Come hither, sweetheart, or if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have a galaxy in my hand. Come hither, sweetheart, or if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have a galaxy in my hand.
At least they don't have that distinct underside of a bridge robber.
Why don't you stay a while,
Come
darling?
hither,
I just
sweetheart,
know I
or
could
if I
take
had
you
a
on a
star for every
wild
time you
ride
brighten
if
my
you
day,
let me.
I'd have a galaxy in my hand. Come hither, sweetheart, or if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have
Why
a
don't you
galaxy
stay
in
a
my
while,
hand.
darling? I just know I could take you on a wild ride if you let me.
Come hither, sweetheart, or if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have a galaxy in my hand.
Praise the goddess! I'll pass the trial!
Friend, this is most excellent news.
you,
Welcome to
guys.
the
Wanna have a
Immaculate
good
Fold.
time?
Yes!
You have
I can
someone,
feel
or
the
you
goddess has
always-
been coursing through my very veins!
Come hither, sweetheart, or if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have a galaxy in my hand.
Why don't you stay a while, darling? I just know I could take you on a wild ride if you let me.
Tell me, sweetie, do you have someone, or are you always this one? Tell me, sweetie, do you have someone, or are you always this hot?
Why don't you stay a while, darling? I just know I could take you on a wild ride if you let me.
Come hither,
goblins are worse than the
sweetheart, or if I
trolls.
had a star
Half
for
as
every
dumb
time
and
you
twice
brighten
as
my
mean.
day, I'd have a
At
galaxy
least they don't have
in
that
my
distinct underside of a bridge aroma.
Better that than reeking of fresh blood.
Do you believe in the
Over
gods,
here,
baby?
sweet
Because you're the
cheeks.
answer to
Oh,
all
I'm
my
aching
prayers.
to share a moment together.
Tell me, sweetie, do you have someone, or are you always this hot?
That world-weary face is giving me shivers. What do you say we take a load off together? I do suppose I could find some way to entertain you. Oh, sugar, that's a story for another day, ain't it? Speaking of, yours and mine has hardly begun. What say we get better acquainted upstairs? I've got all kinds of, details to share with you. Indeed I do. And I'm just itching to take you places you've only ever dreamed of, darling. What's a lousy 250 gold between an adventurer like you and a fine piece of tale like the one I've got in store for you?
You have some